Hello guys, NautoAisDx once again, and this is another MmGS vlog. So finally I got out of the way my thoughts on Mighty Number 9, the whole history about it. All I can say in the end is, not a bad game, but it's not for everyone. It's just how the direction of this game came to be. Just wasn't really good, unfortunately. Yeah, so hopefully if he's doing Red Ash, hopefully he'll learn his lesson from Mighty Number 9, and maybe he'll be better. But it is unfortunate. It's supposed to be a successor to Mega Man. It does feel like it, but because of the whole debacle and the game itself, yeah, it's just an unfortunate. So with that, I'm gonna switch to something that's really surprising, and I'll be talking about the Apple conference. Well, not really much about the Apple announcement itself, but a surprise that people would not think that actually is possible, it became possible, is Nintendo was actually on the Apple conference. And they basically were there. Miyamoto was there, of course, his personal translator, and like one of the top leaders or top advisors of Nintendo Treehouse, Bill Trent and Kondo. I don't know who Kondo is. They were in the Apple conference, basically introducing the fourth mobile game announcement. However, it's going to be the second mobile game coming out. Of course, in the iPhone and iPad for now, and I'll explain a lot of those later, is Super Mario Run. Okay, so the keyword there is run. Yes, it is an auto-run Mario game. Like, I kind of said this in the past. I talked to people about it. Like, they should consider mobile, and one of the games maybe they can just do is Super Mario Auto Run. Well, there you go. They finally did it. Super Mario Run. So it is an auto-run game, same as Sonic Dash. What else? Rayman Jungle Run, Sackboy Run. Any of those type of games, basically auto-run games. So it's not really very original, but finally an official Mario game on mobile right now in the iPhone, iPad, an auto-run, and of course it's auto-run. Auto-run's been out long time ago, but this is an official Nintendo product that's using auto-run genre. So he basically said that it is going to be a bit different than those other auto-run games. I think there's an article about it, because it's going to be actually like full stages. It's not just like, let's see. Well, it's not like Jetpack Joyride, which is just a basically generated world. Apparently this one, they said there are multiple worlds, and it'll be they have some different features. Like, there's your mode basically just on run, and there's another mode called Toad Rally. Basically what it is you collect more toads by doing awesome daring stunts while auto running in a time limit, and then the more stunts you do, the more toads that's gonna rally to you. And then of course for this one, for a Mario game, has online leaderboard. Finally, a Mario game that has online leaderboard. You could probably say Super Mario 3D World with Mii's basically running around finding secrets, but that's not really like an online leaderboard or online per se. It's kind of like helping you tips. Like, oh, that guy found a secret, now I knew where the secret is. This one actually has online, and it is very competitive according to Miyamoto. So pretty, I guess you could say pretty awesome, pretty not. It depends your perspective of what video game is. So you think, oh my gosh, I can't believe finally for the first time Mario Auto Run. Well, not really exactly, believe it or not. If you played New Super Mario Brothers 2 for the 3DS, if you go to the bonus stage, the cannon stage, those are auto run stages. And another one is NES Remix. Some of the Super Mario Brothers original had a remix stage, which is it's an auto run. So there's basically the difference is this one is fleshed out auto run. The other ones are just like, it's just an auto run game. There you go. So from there, the question is, who's your target audience? Well, I'm gonna say first the Nintendo fan who loves Mario game, who basically doesn't are also into mobile gaming, then probably you already got them. But I think the objective target audience is people who never game on Nintendo or people who don't know who Mario is. This is for them because it's much simpler than having multiple buttons to jump, stomp, save the princess. It's just one button. You touch the button, he jumps. You hold it down, he jumps higher. I guess you either swipe, he does the stop spin. There you go, with one finger. Like Miyamoto said, you can play the game with one finger or with your thumb while eating an apple. But the point is, he's trying to say it's much simpler than actually playing a Super Mario Bros. Game if you're not into video game or especially a Mario game. That's what he basically was saying there. So again, good. We'll see if it's going to work or not. And then, is this going to be like a free-to-play like Miitomo, Fire Emblem, or Animal Crossing? According to Miyamoto, there is going to be, they call it a free version, which is you play certain stages just to see how the game goes. But there is a set price, he said, to have the full game. So yes, it is not a free-to-play for the first time. This one's actually a full-fledged game. Pricing, they never said. I would say keep it to $4.99, maybe $5.99 tops. Then you should be fine. And the people said, wow, I mean, Autoron's been there. Why is this was a big deal than Sonic Dash, Rayman Jungle Run, Sackboy Run, etc., etc. Again, just like the mini NES collection, the mini NES with 30 emulator game, a plug and play from Nintendo. It's Nintendo. You gotta understand the quality of the game. Second, you always have to keep in mind they're very, very, very protective of their games. They don't put it up there unless they're sure that it's not gonna harm their intellect property. So by doing this, they know what they're doing. They're very protective. They're not just gonna slap it, and then people say, "Oh, this is crap," and then ruin the image of the franchise. Unlike Sonic, sorry, but that's what happened with Sonic. There are too many Sonic games. Just they slap it on. Some are good, some are bad. Sonic games had a basically ups and down reputation. But that's why it's a big deal for Nintendo to actually do this. It's a big deal for anybody who's in the video game industry knows about the video game. They're very protective with their IP. So it is sort of a big deal. So improvement the game, I have to say, is one important part is this one needs to have my Nintendo integration, just like Miitomo. Again, remember, they're already starting doing that with Miitomo. Put in some in-game achievement. So add in my Nintendo Super Mario Run points or achievement. Do that. I think it should be fine. People will play this. Your Nintendo fans probably going to support it. Some of them, because not everyone likes mobile game. And for the new audience, they'll probably get understand, oh, this is what Mario's about. Now let me try the real game. There you go. So the last part is, they said they're going to come out in December. And it's going to be the second game for their 5 mobile game within the 27th fiscal year. So in the past, they did talk about Fire Emblem and Animal Crossing mobile. Originally, they stated that it was going to be at fall. Well, I guess it's official. Now it's delayed. Because according to Miyamoto, those games are going to release after Super Mario Run, but before the end of March 2017. So that could be in December. It could be January, February, and March. So, yeah. So now you got 4 mobile games within the 27th fiscal year. First you got Miitomo, that's already out. Think of it as Tomodachi on your phone. The second one is Super Mario Run. That's going to come out in December. No one knows yet when in December, but it is December 2016. Hey, again, take your time. Make it polished. Then I'm going to assume the third and the fourth one's going to be either December after Super Mario Run or probably going to be 2017. Is third one is Fire Emblem, and then the fourth one is Animal Crossing. They did mention that in that order. That's why I keep saying in that order. So that's the third and the fourth mobile game, respectively. And the only downside here is that unless you're an iPhone user, this game, as of right now in December, is exclusive to the Apple phone. Yes, unfortunately, it's only going to be in the iPhone and the iPad in the month of December. Again, Miyamoto basically confirmed this. The Android version is going to be 2017. You're going to say, oh my god, that's poppycock, that's so wrong. What happened there? My only guess is, well, first of all, he was in an Apple conference, so you're not going to talk about Android, so just common sense there. But my theory is Apple probably bought the exclusive, right, a time exclusive to Nintendo. So probably 30 months. Or 30, whoa, hell no. Excuse that. 30 days. 30 days exclusivity. That's what's going to be 2017. Again, it does suck when it does exclusive because then people are not equal. Like, oh, you like the OS version than the Android. What's the big deal? I'll probably give my thoughts about it in another vlog. But again, Super Mario Run is not the first time. The GTA 5 app, the app did that. Injustice did that. Mortal Kombat did that. And right now, another game I've been playing is Street Fighter Spirit Puzzle. Yeah, it was in the iPhone first. It's not even in the Android yet. I guess that's probably a lot of meaning. I mean, it could be one, like I said. They paid for exclusivity, or two, it's just easier to develop the game first on the iPhone, then port it to the Android because, well, the iPhone started first, came out first than Android. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I remember. So there you go, my thoughts about Super Mario Run and all its history. Can't wait for it. I'll probably give my thoughts about it once the game is out. So thanks for listening. Alright, just a little minor thing that I kind of missed on my main video. The reason basically is that there was new development that happened the day after they announced the Mario game for iOS, Super Mario Run. Okay, so the first thing basically is that Miyamoto did confirm that Super Mario Run is going to be exclusive in the Apple phone or Apple product, iPad, iPhone in 2016, and the reason basically is, according to Miyamoto, it was easier to develop on the iPhone than in Android, and that he felt like because of the history of the iPhone with games, it was just like a perfect fit to bring it there first. So that's why they put it there. And again, it could be one is they want to focus on trying to make the games better, so in order to do that they have to try out first with one system or OS, then trying to do both of them. A lot of times that can happen. I mean, PS3 360 had that problem to some extent. Like, PS3 was so hard to develop, a lot of developers just go to the 360 because it was easier first, and then they port it to the PS3. So it's kind of like the same situation. That's why. And also could be the second is that Apple again paid them a lot of money to have it a time exclusive. Again, it is kind of unfortunate if you're not an Apple phone guy. You don't have an Apple phone or an Apple product, iPad, iPhone, you name it. So it is unfortunate. However, it will come on Android in 2017. You want to explain that. So another thought, basically new development was originally that the Lady Water plant was 5 mobile game before the end of March 2017. That was the whole point. But apparently there was a lot of new story developing, and Miyamoto now had to change their plan from 5 games to 2017 into 4 games. So as of right now, you wonder what's the 5th game? Well, unfortunately, there's not going to be a 5th game within the fiscal year. They're probably going to do more mobile games after these 4 initial release by 2017. Who knows? But like I said, yes, it was originally 5. Now it's 4. So the 4 game basically now everybody knows what it is for the mobile market. The first one it's already been released, Mitomo, a free-to-play game. You can buy coins and ticket so you can buy stuff for your Mitomo. Again, like I said, it is just another version of Tomodachi in its way. And then the second game that's going to come in December 2016. No particular date. there's not even a prize for this game, is Super Mario Run. And yeah, and the thing also I didn't really mention. I was also wondering, like, why this game is only in portrait but not in landscape. And I was listening to the IGN Nintendo voice chat, and Jose basically said, kind of makes sense, because especially when you need to try and get the coins. And I can understand that, because believe it or not, in Mario games, sometimes you do kind of need to go like fly up or down, and sometimes the screen moves up and down to see like the secrets. So I think it makes it easy for them, so you can say like, oh, there's a coin in the very top of the screen, or the coin in the very bottom. You have all the view that you needed. So rather than landscape, like you play like your regular Mario game, the trick here is to see the height of the scenery because of the, again, coins, and of course maybe you have to jump, go to the top, bottom. Yeah, kind of makes sense now when Jose said it. Again, it's gonna be December. It'll be a while, but it'll be interesting. So that's the second game, and then of course the third and the fourth one will be Fire Emblem and Animal Crossing. And the last time I heard that they're gonna be both free to play. They did mention in one of my MmGS roundup. But I could also check to see what happened based on Super Mario Run. And they say those two games are going to be before March 2017. And there you have it, your mobile games. There will be only 4 rather than 5. I'm not really too sad because, again, because like I said, the whole point of mobile games are quick to play. It's not like playing like for hours and hours like in your console or your computer, Steam, or your dedicated portable. The whole point of mobile is really quick and fast. There you go, and that's the whole point of it. So again, we'll see if these games are good or not. Like I said, Mitomo's okay in my opinion, but I know not a lot of people really care about it because, again, it is more like a like sort of a virtual social game. There you go. But now, if you want an actual game from a mobile game from Nintendo, Super Mario Run, that's December there. So what else? Yeah, 4 games. And yeah, and like I said before, the reason why they're doing a mobile game, one is, of course, you gotta make money, and to give more exposure from those games, because look what's happening when they let it say exclusive to the console or the portable. It wasn't working. A lot of people were buying Wii U's, 3DS, they do, but again, not a lot of exposure because of it. So they were changing their way. They say, hey, we gotta get more exposure. And again, they are careful. They're not like, is it a cash grab? It could be, but they are careful. Remember, Miyamoto has integrity. He has standards, so he's just not gonna go slap a Mario game and be done with it. He is gonna make sure that that Super Mario Run is gonna be different than your average auto run game. Alright, so those are like new extra development that I heard. So again, Super Mario Run, can't wait for it. I wanna test it out when December comes. So maybe when December comes, I'll give, of course, my opinion about it. So just stay tuned for now. So with that, thanks for listening. That's it for now, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.